Do you remember Far Cry 4 and the outrage over the box art, where it shows to quote Nathan Grayson, one of the Five Guys Burgers and Fries, Far Cry 4's box art depicts a man wearing a lavish pink suit using what might be a religious statue as a throne. He has blonde hair, fair skin, and his hand rests on the head of a man of colour who kneels passively clutching a grenade in his hands. It caused quite a stir. The guy with his hand over that guy's head is also a man of colour. He is a Nepalese Himalayan type person who dyed his hair blonde. He's quite clearly Asian, but they thought he was white. Fast forward a couple of years later, and now all of a sudden we have ourselves Far Cry 5, and it promises to be controversial, but not for the actual reasons, because now we're dealing with white Americans in Montana, white nationalist enemies. As you can see here, look, here's the main protagonist, I assume, with Sinner on it. Good song by Judas Priest, by the way. Look at that. Alt-right white nationalists. You can see where they've got this from, and apparently, according to one angry gamer, this has been a push by Ubisoft recently to go into a more social justice direction. But I just find it funny that Kotaku complain about this, but they don't complain about this. Games media, ladies and gentlemen, games media, they can't be consistent even if they tried. This isn't even controversial, this is just a complete and utter mockery. I mean, it's going to be a good game, I reckon, anyway. And you know what? I'm glad Ubisoft made this game, because maybe now anti-Far Crimes will drop, because now they'll see this game and go, fuck it. I don't have to go out and not larking all the time, excuse me. I just go and play my fantasies out on Far Cry 5 and go to Montana and kick some Nazi butt, punching Nazis. That's the fantasy, right, people? But again, they have no problem with this. In fact, nobody really has a problem. You know, I don't have a problem with it per se. I'm just pointing out the inconsistencies and the hypocrisy here. But they have an issue with this because they thought that was white oppressing the yellow man, when it's yellow man oppressing the yellow man. But also, there was a twist with that character, but that's spoilers. Anyway, it has the SJWs foaming at the mouth, and look here, we've got the people who you, well, usually expect. We've got Movie Bob. Whoa! Is Far Cry 5 teasing me with a right-wing militia freak beatdown simulator? Yes, Bob. You don't have to get off your fat ass and go out there and punch some Nazis like you never do. This time, you get to have a video game to do it for you. And Anita says, we're curious to see if Far Cry 5 engages critically with the white supremacy inherent in militia movements, or just uses it for set dressing. White supremacy is maintained through violence. Blah, 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 Anita. You make everything boring. Patrick Klepek, another one. I don't know anything about Far Cry 5, but a game about white identity and extreme nationalism would be awfully appropriate in 2017. Well, this is the French, and the French tend to have a weird view of American identity. You're probably not going to get what you're going to get. I mean, who knows? Maybe we are just interpreting something that isn't there. Like, we interpreted wrongly that Pagan Min was white and oppressing all the yellow people, but whatever. Vipul Jasani. The box art is bound to be controversial in the age of Trump. No, in fact, you're getting memed, but we'll get to that. Holy shit, says Nabs Never Dies. What if the main character in Far Cry 5 is a black guy or a brown Muslim guy? You know what? I wouldn't even be surprised if they did do that. But the thing is, it would make more sense to be a white liberal because there's more of them, and he has to fight these people. That's why they call him a sinner, because he's an atheist. Maybe it's that. I don't know, because the guy on the bottom left, usually they have some kind of main character in the box art in some way, but I don't know. Jay Allen, a man in black, one of the most famous SJWs from Gamergate. Far Cry 5 will say that they're not all bad. It will say that the truth is in the middle. It's going to crush your hopes. It's a AAA game. He's actually going to be proven correct, I reckon. That's exactly what it's going to be. It's Far Cry. They kind of deal these days with the moral grey areas, but I do hope they do that. I hope they stick with that and not push the Watch Dogs 2 bullshit. And of course, oh, it's not Kevin Logan, but some other guy. This guy memes. I just need the main character of Far Cry 5 to be a black female lesbian liberal. Hell yeah. You know that's going to happen. And then Another guy memes, wow, Ben Garrison released a comic based on the new Far Cry 5 key art. Fast work! And Anchorman says, if Far Cry 5 can show the benefits and humanize the cultists, that'll be a win to me. We don't know what's going to happen. We'll have to play the game. I'll probably enjoy it. I enjoy a lot of the Far Cry games, apart from number 2. Didn't really get that, but I think they mastered that kind of open world style game with Far Cry 3, because they actually gave you shit to do. Anyway, so closing comments. This really isn't as controversial as they're trying to make it out to be. I think the SJW press are desperate for some kind of controversy again, but because they're so happy they get to punch Nazis, or what appear to be Nazis, or just white nationalists, they want to try and stir up the alt-right and the gamers and the shitlords and everybody else in between, so that we get riled up over a video game that may or may not have much social commentary at all. It might just be an area in which to explore within the game, and there might be some story linked to it. This isn't a controversy. You're showing your hypocrisy, and again, why bother reading them when you can read sites like One Angry Gamer, the GG, Tech Raptor? You know, I'm not. If this isn't like an affiliate video or anything, but why go to them when you can go to these people who are ethical and will give you the news that you sorely need? Anyway, until next time, people, I'll see you later.